I think that people have the wrong impression about scorpions or any kind of venomous animal in general. They think that venom equals bad. Venom can hurt you, but venom is just a tool that they use to get by in the world. It's just something that they have. It doesn't mean that they're a bad animal. And I think that the media does not help with that. It makes scorpions, they make out scorpions to be these monsters that are only out to sting you. That's just what they do. They just sting. Scorpions just sting. And they don't always just sting you. They sting you when they're given a reason to sting you. So the scorpions that I'm going to show you today are scorpions that are handleable if you're not allergic to them. If you don't know if you're allergic to them, please do not handle scorpions. It's my disclaimer. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Because I don't want you to get hurt and I don't want to get in trouble. So without further ado, let's go on to what scorpions can you handle potentially. Hello everybody out there. Today we're going to do something a little bit different because I've been wanting to make this video for a while and I've been thinking about it and I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So here we go. Scorpion handling. Disclaimer. If you're allergic to any of these 3 scorpions that I show you and you get stung, it isn't my fault. I didn't tell you to do it. And if you are allergic to it, it's not going to be like a bee sting like most of these are supposed to be. If you get stung, you're going to have complications. So I don't recommend handling scorpions, just doing it. And please don't go grabbing scorpions out of the wild, especially if you don't know what they are. I'm just telling you that there are at least 3 species of scorpions that you can work with, that you can handle if you somehow feel like you need to handle a scorpion. Like deep down in your belly, you just have to handle a scorpion and you can't let it go, and you want to touch your scorpion, you want to handle your pet scorpion. Okay, I'm gonna help you with that. There's 3 species that you can work with, that you can handle. But again, disclaimer, I'm not recommending you do it. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay? Here we go. On my hand, this is Hydrurus arizonensis pallidus. It's a blonde giant desert hairy scorpion. Blonde meaning on its back, it's blonde. It's not black like it's supposed to be. If it was Hydrurus arizonensis, it'd be black and it would have a little piece missing from the forehead, but it's blonde. These guys, if you do get stung, it is more like a bee sting. If you're not allergic, I'm gonna say that after every time I say that. If you're allergic, you're gonna have a reaction, you have to go to a hospital, bad things will happen. So don't. But if you must, you can handle these. You can find these scorpions in the southwestern United States. This one came from Yuma, Arizona, and that's where you can find them. Next up, we have Pandinus imperador. These guys are emperor scorpions. They're not as common in the hobby as they used to be. They used to be everywhere. They're so common, you can see them sometimes still in movies. They use them whenever anybody in a movie needs a scorpion. They just use an emperor scorpion. This is because they're really docile. They're not as likely to sting you as they are to pinch you with their great big claws. They are from Africa, and they do get much larger than this. They can get to be about 6 inches, maybe 7 inches long. This one's just a baby. It has a lot of room to grow. Even though it fits in the palm of my hand, it's going to get much larger than this. And they do tend to wander. They like to go from hand to hand to hand, as you see here. Where are you going, sir? Or madam? These guys get truly massive, and they are original movie stars. But they did restrict or ban the importation of these guys from Africa, and that's why they've become a lot more scarce in the pet trade. So you really don't see these as much, and if you do, they are quite expensive, but they are completely worth it. If you like a pet scorpion that you can hang out with and go clubbing with, don't go clubbing with your scorpions. No, if you want to just hang out and have a pet scorpion, the emperor scorpion is going to be your best option, in my opinion, over the other scorpion species that I'm going to talk to you about. Emperor scorpion is going to be hands down your best option. But there's still one more option out there. If you can't find an emperor scorpion, or you missed your chance when there was somehow an importation of them into whatever country you live in, we have at least one more. This is one of the scorpions that I was just working with, that I just made a video on when I had all the scorpions on me. One was on my face. This is one of those guys. This is an Asian forest scorpion. It is Heterometrus petersi, or Peter's eye. There's a lot of ways to pronounce that. I'll put all the scientific names in this video. These guys can be a little spicy. Asian forest scorpions are hit or miss. So sometimes they're going to be okay with being handled and sometimes they won't be. It does kind of depend on how you handle them and whether or not you're afraid of them. I feel like they can pick up on that too. But what I do when I'm going to handle any scorpion is I just kind of scoop them up from below. There are other methods of picking up a scorpion, but I just kind of scoop them up from below, so I'm not coming at them from the front, which kind of freaks them out. And again, with these guys, depending on what kind of scorpion's personality you get with the Asian forest scorpions, they are more likely to pinch you than they are to sting you. But again, it kind of depends on the personality of the individual. These guys are pretty chill. I'm very thankful to have Asian forest scorpions that I can handle, that I can make videos with and teach people about how cool scorpions are, and that even though they have venom, it doesn't mean that they want to use it. They would rather use it on like a prey item or something that they can eat, as opposed to you, which they can't eat, even if they just can't. But that wraps it up. That's the top 3, in my opinion, for handling. How do you pick up a scorpion? Gently and from below. I kind of scoop them up and then they're in my hand, just like that. It was just as simple as scooping it up. It's not really scooping it up that's the hard part. It's getting the scorpion off, because sometimes when they're on, they don't want to come off again. And that's what happened with this one. It just did not want to come off of my hand. Scorpion venom toxicity can vary from species to species. And no, if they're a little scorpion, it doesn't mean that their venom is more potent than an adult scorpion's. It does vary from species to species. So if you've got a scorpion with venom that's more like a bee sting and it's a baby, it's not going to be more potent. And yes, it can control its venom. That's a myth, absolutely. Do not handle any scorpion labeled Deathstalker. It's not a challenge. It's just not worth your life. Don't handle any scorpion labeled Fat Tail either. The scorpions that I am handling are safe as long as you aren't allergic. If you do get stung, it is more like a bee sting, but only for these species. I want to do this video, but I want to make a safe video for everybody out there. So be careful. Do as I say, not as I do. And if you have to handle a scorpion, do it safely, do it on the ground. Be careful out there. Have a good one. Thank you for watching this scorpion handling video. I hope you learned something about scorpions today. I hope that you have a great night and be safe. All right, goodbye.